The film starts by showing a van, in which 9 people were sitting, because they were going to a village. These 9 people were a team, who were going to work on a project in the village. Actually, they'd to make a mall in the village, to it big and successful. Among these 9 people, there was an old woman, who was the head of this project. She had an assistant who used to work with her. There is a girl whose name is Lena, and she is the main character of the story. She had been working for this company for a long time, but she had returned from holidays only a few days ago, because she became very ill. Lena's friend was also in the team, who liked her to some extent. Some other workers who were part of this project. And now these people reached that village. They reached that area, where the mall was to be built. But this place is very deserted, so somewhere these people felt that this was a failed project. But the project head, and her partner Jonas, were looking very happy, and energetic about this project. And now after seeing this area, everyone goes to the hotel where they had to stay. Here they were welcomed by 4 people, who used to run this hotel. Among them the hotel manager, a chef, and there was also a worker, who used to do small jobs, and there was a tour guide, who used to give tours to the people coming to the hotel. Now the owner of the hotel divides everyone into teams of 2, and gives everyone the keys to their rooms. After taking some rest, these people, again start talking about their project. While the chef was cooking in the kitchen, the gas ran out, so he sits in the car and goes towards the city to fill the gas, but the car stopped. And when he got out of the car, he saw, the tire was punctured because a wooden stick got stuck in the tire. The chef was checking the tire, when he started hearing strange sounds coming from the forest. Following the sound, he moved ahead, and saw that someone made a trap net with fine wires. That is, someone must have done this to hunt, or to trap someone in it. He was also checking the wire, when suddenly someone came from behind and attacked the chef with a hammer, and he becomes unconscious right there. Those 9 people in the hotel were planning how we would start our project. They were making all the plans for how to build the mall, and the village would be successful. The head of the project says that we will tell people about the mall through advertisement, seeing which more and more people will come to this mall. Not only this, but, because of the mall, more people will also come to live in this village. After talking about this all, they come out to eat, where the hotel owner gives them only 1 slice each, to eat, because the chef had not yet returned after refilling the gas, and neither his phone was working. Jonas tells everyone that I have talked to the local people and landlords here. We will sell them the land around the mall, at cheap prices, so that more and more local people, and people coming from outside, will be able to do their business here. After which these people sit down again to talk about the project. Lena sees where these people were building the mall. Some land of that area belongs to a farmer, but these people did not give him anything in exchange for the land. Lena feels very bad about this. She says that the farmer should be given the money in return. This is not good. Hearing this, Jonas replies that we have already discussed this, and you also have signatures on all those papers. On this, Lena says no, I did not sign any such documents, on which Jonas started getting angry at Lena, and started telling her many things that you have started forgetting things. Outside, the hotel worker was lying down, and enjoying his drink very comfortably, but then someone puts a sword below, enters his chest, and cuts it through. He is in a very bad condition and starts bleeding, and he dies on the spot. After which the killer, wearing a mask, also comes near his dead body, and crushes his head with a stone. After some time, Jonas came in front of everyone in the hotel. He was wearing different clothes and had a big mask on his face. He was trying to make everyone laugh, but no one was laughing, nor these people were enjoying, because till now they had been arguing about the planning of the mall. No one pays even the slightest attention to Jonas, due to which he gets angry and starts shouting at everyone. He was feeling bad, so he went inside and sat alone. The head of the project came there to fix his mood. She encouraged Jonas. Jonas says that these people are very boring. They keep fighting and arguing on every matter. They do not enjoy their life even a bit. They are small-minded. No one has big thoughts like me. To make Jonas happy, the project head tells him that, you will start building the mall tomorrow. Hearing this, Jonas felt very good, and now he becomes very happy. Outside, Lena came to her friend. She was still in a very bad mood. Her friend says that Jonas is doing something wrong, and neither had I signed any such document, in which the land of that farmer is mentioned. Her friend asks Lena, if you didn't sign that, then who did it? Then he started telling her, that anyway you should not think too much about giving money to that farmer, because when we had taken his land, he had committed suicide by hanging himself. After hearing this, Lena is quite shocked, because till now she was not informed, that the farmer is no more in this world. He has lost his life. After some time, the tour guide started taking them to the forest, and to roam around the entire forest she took everyone's phones and kept them in the box. She started saying that we go to the forest, to give complete peace and quiet to our mind. But this phone keeps disturbing us again and again, so she keeps the box at one place. Along with the phone box, Jonas puts on his mask and suit. These people leave for the tour in the forest. After taking them to a place in the forest, the tour guide starts making them do different things, like playing games etc. so that these people can enjoy, and now the hotel owner is left alone in the hotel. Meanwhile, the masked killer who had killed the worker comes outside. He picks up the box containing everyone's mobile phones, and also picks up Jonas's mask and wears it. The owner of the hotel sees that someone has broken the Wi-Fi device. She got scared as to whose action this could be. With that, the masked killer started coming inside after opening the door. The owner of the hotel had seen him. She quickly ran to the kitchen, picked up a knife, and threw it towards the killer, but he was very cleverly stops the attack by holding the knife. And now as she starts running away, the killer attacks her by throwing a pan. And she immediately falls down, because the attack was very strong, and the poor girl dies on the spot. The tour guide tells Lena to hang on to the rope, and take the slide to the other side, but Lena, who is very scared of all this, first thinks of refusing, but then leaves her fear behind, and gets ready to slide with courage. Seeing her courage, everyone becomes very happy, but Jonas starts troubling her and says that, no, Lena could not do this, because she has just returned from sick leave. The poor girl must be ill, her mind is also weak. The biggest thing is that she is a girl, then she will not have that much strength. Saying this, Jonas makes noises like a hen, to tease Lena. Everyone starts laughing at his action, instead of refusing him, and this thing makes Lena very bad. She gets angry and comes back to the hotel from there. She goes straight to Jonas's room and starts checking his laptop, where she comes to know that Jonas has done a fraud with my signature. And he talked to the farmer to pay him a little money for the land. Now because of this little money, he took her own life, while Jonas took over his land. Lena was very sad to know all this, and now she copies all the data and information in her pen drive. Meanwhile, all the people had also returned from the jungle. As soon as they came back, they saw their phone box, but the killer had taken them away, hence they could not find their phones. Their mood got spoiled. They don't know who did this, who can do this, but forgetting this, they start partying, so that everyone's mood becomes good. Then here Lena comes and takes her two friends along. She inserts a pen drive in her friend's laptop, and sees the data she copies from Jonas's laptop. They came to know that no big company was going to come here. In fact, a company had offered Jonas that if he started building a mall anyway in this village, and even he left it incomplete, but in exchange, he will get a job in a very high post in Dubai. The tour guide was searching for the owner of the hotel for a long time, but upon not finding her, she went inside the hotel. When she came to the kitchen, she saw that someone had killed the owner of the hotel, and hung her in the fridge. The dead body was in a bad condition, seeing which the tour guide gets very scared. She starts running away, and the killer comes from behind, and makes her fall down by hitting her with a hammer. Sometimes he hits her on the head with the hammer, and sometimes on her face, due to which, she gets injured a lot, and then he beats her so much, that her head gets crushed with a hammer, and she dies a painful death. Her blood spreads all over. After knowing the truth about Jonas, Lena comes out to confront him, but Jonas asks her to talk alone. When both of them go to the room to talk, Jonas starts talking about strange things. Then he also tells Lena that if you keep your mouth shut, I will get you a job at a good post in Dubai. Lena tells him that I have evidence against you in the pen drive. Then she leaves from there without saying anything else. The killer comes out again wearing a Jonas mask. There was an old worker there, who thought him Jonas, but that masked killer attacks the worker with a grass cutter machine, cuts him and throws him into the water, keeps cutting him with the machine until he becomes minced, and he dies. The old worker had also seen all this. She got very scared and quickly ran away to save her life, while the project head had come out of her room to eat food, but then the killer caught her and dragged her first. He ties her to a pole with the help of a rope. She starts screaming loudly in agony. Hearing her voice, everyone comes out. Although they see her hanging, their eyes also fall on the killer. They get very scared and instead of saving their head, they start running away from there. But in the process everyone gets separated from each other. Jonas goes straight and collides with the iron wire, which the killer had already placed here and made a trap, so that he could catch them, because it was an iron wire. Because of this, the upper part of Jonas's head got cut in half. He bleeds a lot, all the clothes got soaked, but he was still alive. Somehow he saved his life, and came to the bank of the pond, where Lena was also present, and now both of them quickly climb on the boat and leave from there. After coming in the middle of the river, Jonas asks Lena to give me the pen drive, in which you have copied the data against me, and have evidences. Now, however, Lena gives him the pen drive, but he still kicks her and makes her fall into the water. but in this process, the ship also loses her balance. And it also gets divided into two parts, that is, it was broken. By now the killer has come back to the hotel, where he now starts attacking Lena's friend. He grabs her hair so that he can separate the head from the body. But Lena's friend somehow takes scissors and cuts her hair. In this way, the killer only has her hair in his hand. She runs after saving her life. After the boat broke, Jonas ran back to the hotel, where the old worker put a bandage on the cut on his head, and then started him telling that the killer could be our old worker, whom our group had fired from the company. He must be doing this to take revenge, because he is also my friend. So before coming here, I had told him that we are going to work on the project of building a mall in this village. Jonas was very scared to hear this. Then he started thinking that if the killer comes, he will not kill this old woman, because he is her friend, then only I will be killed. So he ran away from there without taking the old woman, sitting on the bike alone to run away from there. When the old lady was out, the masked killer came there, because she was considering him as her friend, hence she started talking to him. That I had already forbidden these people, not to get you fired from the company, but no one listened to me. I did this because you know we both are friends. And now she comes to the killer and removes his mask, but seeing this she was shocked that he is not my friend. She got scared due to this. Before she could do anything, the killer puts a lawnmower in her head. Because of this, she died. The killer had set up traps all over the place, so as Jonas started moving forward with the bike, the wire got punctured by the sharp wood. A bad accident happens and he falls into the pond. All the remaining people gather in a cabin, and then, Lena also comes here. They find a piece of newspaper near the dead body of the hotel owner, on which it is written, "We neither fight, nor kill anyone without any reason." Also, there was written about the death of the farmer. There was also mention of the farmer's son, whose land he had taken over, so that now these people understand that this killer is none other than a farmer's son, who is killing all of them to take revenge for his father. However, only Jonas is the culprit. So now they have started planning to tackle him. They came out with weapons they get, and start moving forward through the forest, so that they can get out of here. But after running a little, they see the masked killer, who was standing behind a tree watching them, and even now as if they see him, they quickly go there. But in this process, these people once again get separated. 4 of them were running in groups of 2. But Lena's friend gets trapped in the killer's trap, because her leg got stuck. She was afraid because the killer had come in front of her, but before he could do anything, she had taken her leg out of the trap. She puts the rod in the killer's eyes. He starts writhing in agony and immediately falls down. Meanwhile, Lena's friend gets a chance to stand up. Lena and her friend start going to the other side along with the slide along the rope. As soon as they reach the middle of the rope, Lena's friend sees that the killer has already set a trap on the other side, so that they would be killed due to the collision. Because Lena's friend loves her, he puts her aside and falls into the trap. In this way, he loses his life, but he saves Lena. While on the other hand, the killer comes to the 2 remaining workers. When the elder worker was standing near the door, the killer cuts off his ear with a chainsaw, after which, he drags the old worker outside. He makes him lie on the ground and tries to drill into his eyes, but then the old worker comes, and sprays it on the killer's mask with the gas cane, which causes the body to catch fire. Because the mask was strong enough, his face is saved. The killer, by immersing his head in the water, lies nearby. He extinguishes the fire, after which he picks up a rod in the shape of a chicken. He moves forward to attack both the old workers. Meanwhile, Lena's friend comes, and she attacks the killer's head with the shovel. She separates his head from the body. His head falls down along with the mask, and this is how the killer's game ends here. Jonas, who had fallen into the water last night, comes out and starts moving forward through the forest, where he also sees Lena. He comes running and jumps on Lena, taking her into the water with him. He starts hitting her a lot, so that she cannot tell anyone the truth of all about Jonas. Lena, who was quite angry, now faces Jonas. She grabs his head, which is already a little injured. Now, she holds it completely with her hands and takes it out, and this scene is quite painful, because in this way Jonas's brain also became visible, and he dies a terrible death. Now as soon as the morning comes, to save them, the police and rescue team came, and saved the lives of the remaining 4 people. But they were sad that many people of our team have died a painful death, only because of the greed of the land. Jonas was the only reason of this. The rest of them died innocent. The story of the film ends with this.